Ooh. All right, welcome back to Daily Service. I am so excited. I don't even have a song playing today because we need to just get right in. I have a call right after this. So we want to get right to the nitty-gritty. Um how you see yourself as okay. We want to get right to the nitty gritty. We want to get right to the goodies. Happy Monday. Happy Monday following Easter Sunday. Oh man, the fun, and the relaxation that I had, baby. I can't even explain it to you. It was phenomenal. But I had a time. Matter of fact, had a time. I love talking about um the resurrection of Jesus. So a time was had. A time was had. A lot of good conversations. And so I'm super pumped because today we are talking all about the way you see yourself. I'm really excited about this week because this week inside the Manifest That Shit Society, we are doing mirror work. For a matter of fact, we're doing mirror work every day this week. Inside the society, I will be dropping a new video every morning. So I highly recommend getting into the society, Manifest That Shit Society, because it is going to be powerful this week. And so this week inside Daily Service, I would love to mirror that same energy and talk about going deeper into how you see yourself. See, it's funny because I have a lot of very beautiful conversations with my clients. I literally just had one this morning right before this. Matter of fact, it's probably why I was a few minutes late today because I was in a beautiful conversation with my client, and my clients get all of me, not a little bit of me, but all of me. And so they're able to text me, they're able to voice note me. We have our once a week calls on Zoom for an hour. So it's a very big change of identity shift. And I find oftentimes, especially when it comes to women in business, we see ourselves one way and we need to begin to see ourselves differently. Okay. Because when it comes to, let's say you used to work a 9 to 5, and every single time you tried to start a business on your 9 to 5, let's say that it did not work out for you. There is a mandatory shift in how you see yourself differently. Okay. For example, maybe it is love, and every single guy you've or woman or person you've ever been with has been a buster. They ain't been nobody good. And all of a sudden you just see yourself as somebody who doesn't attract this kind of love. You see everybody else doing it, but you don't see it for yourself. It is very important to shift our identities within. So the conversation I was having with my client today, she was saying, man, with everything going on around the outside of you, Jackie, I see you. You still show up. You still come live. You still do the things. How do you do that? And I told her, first of all, she kept asking me. And then I finally just told her, I said, I'm going to be real with you. It is an identity shift in my mind. My millionaire self comes outside to play every day. Okay. Not just a few times a day. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ilya Nikio. I hope I said your name right. I'm so sorry. But not just every day, multiple times a day, she comes to play. I'm going to tell you right now, the woman who is on the live with y'all currently is my millionaire self. You have to know the identity you're on your way to being so you can start to behave like her now. And that ends up being how you see yourself. It's how you enjoy your life from this perspective. Like I said, inside the society, inside Manifest That Shit, the society, this week we are doing mirror work just so we can see ourselves differently, not just as a thought, but as a vision. When you look yourself in the eye and you say, I believe in you, That new vision, that new way of seeing yourself is not just going to show up in your thoughts, it's going to show up in your behavior. So many of us, we doubt ourselves. We're like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can get it done. Matter of fact, I told her I have a goal. I told my client today, I got a goal to get 100 women in to the Manifest That Shit Society in the next 60 days. And she said, first time I said it out my mouth, I was scared. She was like, you didn't sound very convincing. I was like, I know, right? I didn't even convince myself. She said, I hope you're not just trying to fake it till you make it. I said, no, you're right. But the more that you remind yourself to see yourself in this way, the more that the thoughts, I said it more boldly now than I said it just 20 minutes ago. Decree, declare the thing. Keep making the statement. Your brain is listening. Your body is listening. Your soul is saying, what you say now? Your soul says, say that again, girl. I think I might have missed it. Tell me one more time. That's why affirmations are so powerful. Anything that you put with I am will be. So we must continue to decree, declare over our lives. I'm a millionaire. Y'all know I keep saying it. I'm going to tell you, my bank account don't look like it. But in my mind, I am. In my body, I am. In my soul, I am. I'm just waiting on life to meet me there. I'm like, okay, any minute now, life, I'll see you, baby. You gonna meet me over there, right? Okay. I'm going to go first, though. I'm going to go first. Right? Many of us begin to question ourselves. Am I the one to make this happen? Why me? I didn't grow up in no rich family, right? The lies I tell, I did. My family, they do very well for themselves. But I never thought it to be possible for me. I remember when my sister and I were walking down the street and I was like, oh yeah, would you want a house like that? It was just like, a regular house in the neighborhood. And she was like, I want a mansion. I'll never forget I want a mansion. I said, dang, girl. Okay, I see you. I said, I'm cool with just something like that. I was settling in my mind, but I knew in my heart of hearts, I wanted one too. Right? My sister and I used to always say this. I would tell her, if you get the boat, I'll get the boathouse. Right? Like we just always had this thing where we would travel with our kids together. And this was just our millionaire dream. So I knew I had millionaire dreams. I just was okay with settling because of either what somebody else told me was good enough for me, what I felt society was saying was good enough for me. Okay, it's time for a bump all of that. But oftentimes we'll question ourselves because of all those thoughts, because of all those feelings, because of all those experiences all around us. But the reality of it is, you are worthy the moment that you see yourself there. Know it to be true in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, knowing that you're worthy of it. Because you are, just because your first name, last name. There's nothing extra you have to do to be worthy. You are worthy just because of who you are. So we stop the questioning, right? Or we'll shrink ourselves. Like I said, with my story with my sister, it was like, she wants the big mansion. Okay, maybe only she can be the one out of the both of us to get the big mansion. We both can't get the big mansion, right? The lies, the lies I was telling. No more shrinking. Be big and bold. I said 100 women in 60 days. It scared me because I'm thinking, what is she going to think? Dang, that's a lot of women. Can you do it? Or was that really what I was thinking? We begin to shrink ourselves to fit into boxes that other people told us that we're worthy of. We begin to shrink ourselves to fit in scenarios that, based upon what my bank account is saying, this is about as much as I can get. Boom. Okay. Your bank account could say whatever it's saying. Whatever you desire, it is still possible for you. It's so funny. I love listening to my mom. She'll tell stories like, yeah, I got a ticket and then I got there and then they upgraded me to first class. You may not have been able to afford the first class ticket, but in your mind, if you know it to be true that you deserve a first class flight, shit. Let me tell you right now, you will be on that flight. You will be out there in them skies. You will have that flight attendant asking you if you want a drink before y'all even leave the airport. Okay? Because you already know I am someone who flies first class. So it's how we see ourselves. And then opportunities are made, situations become aligned, people begin to show up for us. We begin to notice exactly where and who we need to ask, or they notice us. You are the alignment, you are the magic. The only thing that stops any of us is how you see yourself. That's why I'm so pumped about this mirror work inside the community. I'm gonna be reminded, all the ladies, you get in there, you do your mirror work yet? Because this is the work that works. A lot of us think we have to get into all this extra action. Let me take this action. Let me take this action. Let me take this action. But the real action is you doing the work in your mind, seeing yourself differently, seeing yourself there, seeing your identity as who you're on your way to becoming. All of a sudden, you begin to notice, oh man, I've been live for 7 weeks. I've been coming live for 7 weeks. Regardless of who shows up, I'm here for you. I'm here to serve you. And more people keep coming across the different platforms at different times. And I am obsessed and I love you and I'm going to keep showing up. Why? Because my millionaire self, that's what she do. That's what she does. I see her like that. I see her as somebody that spreads the good word. I see her as somebody that's like, no, we got this. I want everybody to come with me. Come on, baby. Let's all shift our identities. Let's all win. So when we doubt ourselves, we question ourselves and we shrink. And then we look around and say, why is nothing working? We got to stop. We got to stop because it's up to us to get it to work. And the very, 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 very first step is how we shift the way we think. Okay? You can't act beyond how you see yourself. You can't act beyond that. You can't pretend. Like my friend said earlier, my client, she was like, girl, are you sure 100 ladies? You didn't sound this. Who are you trying to convince, me or you? And I was like, I don't know, I guess me. Because I have to see myself there. Because I can't create beyond what I can't see. If I only see, and this has been my work over the past couple of days, because I've never done a community like this before. So I've never seen 100 women sign up inside my community. I've seen 100 women get on my email list. Okay, because I got over 800 on my email list. I've seen 100 women get inside my my LinkedIn mailing list, my LinkedIn article. I got over 800, maybe over up to 900 now on the LinkedIn article list. Right? I've seen it happen in other capacities, but not inside my community, not inside a paid way. And I'm like, okay, we got to see that. And so that's the work I'm doing. I'm continuously reminding myself 100 women are allowed to sign up. 100 women want to be in this community. 100 women want to see their lives shift. 100 women want to see their identity shift. 100 women want to see themselves become whatever it is they desire. For me, I'd love all 100 of them to be millionaires with me. They say it's lonely at the top. I'm taking my crew with me. Okay. So your self-image is your ceiling. How you see yourself is your ceiling. We got glass ceilings, ladies, gents, and all the others in between. Thank you. I love your energy. Like all the hearts. You don't even understand how you pump me up, baby. Okay. But the glass ceiling, when we bust past this thing, we got to bust that thing open. We don't bust past it by, oh, I'm gonna just dream a little bigger, just a little bigger. Nah, baby, dream big, big, big. We busting open the ceiling. And we begin to remind ourselves how we get to see ourselves differently up there. Okay. I'm not just somebody who likes to talk about it. I'm somebody who we are about it. We do the things. We do the things. So we're shifting our self-image ceiling. So today, as y'all know, I do an activation every day. And so today's activation, okay, this is just a little bit of mirror work. If you've never done mirror work before, I highly recommend just doing a little bit to start out. If you're like, Jackie, I've done a few mirror work activities, but I want more, come join us inside the Manifest That's Your Society. Like I said, excuse me, it is free for the first 14 days. Can't beat that. Free for the first 14 days. Come join us inside the society. But you get to do all the things because I'm going to be dropping things in every week. This week, it's going to be nothing but modules on mirror work. Matter of fact, I got something special coming up to the society. I have my own AI that I am creating that's going to sound like me, respond like me. It's just like me with all the things that I say. And so if you want your own pocket Coach Jackie, I've heard that a lot. Coach Jackie, if I just had your energy everywhere I went, I would be a better person. I would be so much happier every day. So if you want your own pocket hype woman to remind you of who the fuck you are and remind you that you are magical, beautiful, and awesome, got that inside the society. That is inside the Manifest That Shit Society. Okay. That's coming soon. So like I said, there's going to be things dropping every week in the society. You're not going to want to miss it. 14 days for free. So get 2 weeks of stuff that just drops. Come join us on these live mirror work things. But for today, you're here at Daily Service. I never leave you walking away here with nothing, because at the end of the day, if you can go out and do the work on your own, I encourage you to go out and do the work on your own. Hello, my daughter's here. Hey, baby. Hi, Charlotte. But I encourage you to go out and do the work on your own. So for today, we are going to be looking in the mirror. And I want you to ask yourself, who do I believe I am? It's a simple question. It's an easy question. Who do I believe I am? Okay. And get your answer. Allow yourself to say, this is what I believe to be true about us. Allow yourself to say, this is who I believe that we are. Allow yourself to say, and from that moment, are there any adjustments that have to be made? Be honest with yourself. Is there anything I have to adjust here? Is there any way that I get to perform and do and say this differently? Yes, girl, get it, slay. That's my daughter. Love you, boo. It's my mini me. It's my mini. But we get to do these differently. We get to see things differently. But first, you have to realize how you're seeing it currently. Okay. That's a big one. It's a huge one. It's an honest one. So when you get in that mirror, ask yourself, who do I believe that I am? And see what comes up for you. Right? You can even go write it down. You can even speak it out loud. That's what I like to do. The type of mirror work I like to do, I like to talk directly to myself. And I'll be sitting there like, girl, so what we just say? Is that who we really believe we are? Woo, heavens to Betsy. I just had some real honest moments this morning in my journal. In my journal, it was write down the dominating thoughts. That's like I think day 3 or something in my journal, Your Business Profitable, or maybe day 4. I lied. Day 4. And oh my God, the thoughts that came up, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, even it shook me like, girl, okay, wait a minute now, child. And then you got to ask yourself, is this even ultimately true? Whatever that comes up, if it does not feel good to you, is this even really true? Is this really me? And I decide to see this differently. And you get to shift it. The thing about it is, I love when I hear people say, I did the work. I did the work. Y'all, the work is daily. It's consistent. It's not just this week I did the work and boom, all my stuff is fixed. It's consistent and daily, you showing up and doing this energetic work for you. pouring into you, loving on you. That's self-care, something that all too many of us too oftentimes forget or don't do. Or we get up and we just be running, or we get up and we hop on our phone, or we get up and we pour into everybody else, and we're sitting here wondering why we're depleted. This work matters. So get in the mirror and ask yourself, whoa, okay, is this ultimately true that I need to believe this about me? And then get to know what you want to be true. I want to travel everywhere and I'm flying first class every time. Say it. It's going to make you uncomfortable because your body is going to be like, what, with what money? It's going to make you uncomfortable because your body going to be like, with who? Who, how? Who, how? It's going to have all the questions. And something I've honestly been doing anytime that my brain starts to spiral like that, I start to be like, shh. You know how when you have a baby be, you know, throwing a tantrum and doing something crazy, right? Shush the brain. Your nervous system is just throwing a tantrum because it wants to know. Your conscious mind is just throwing a tantrum because it wants to know. Say, how you gonna put in the GPS? Where are we supposed to go? You supposed to sit in the back seat, relax, and go enjoy the ride. We on our way, baby. We are on our way. And we ain't gonna stop till we get there. We can't stop believing until we get there. You don't stop believing until you receive. Then you can go ahead and get on to your next belief. But sit with it, sit in it, sit in the knowing that it's already yours, and don't leave there. Show up as the woman who receives in this way, the person that receives in this way, and you don't leave there. There's so much magic in the knowing. There's so much magic in the believing. There's so much magic in the faith. So we're hanging out there, but you got to know who you are. Say it to yourself. Know it in your mind. Know it in your body. Know it in your soul. That's what my friend was like, with the world on fire, how are you still showing up? I'm showing up as my millionaire self. She ain't sitting down. Because if we collectively can change the way that we think, we collectively can change the world. So I'm not stopping. I'm rocking with my girlies until we all shift the way we're thinking, until we all become the millionaires that we're meant to be, until we all have the love that we know we deserve to receive, until we all are running the businesses that set our soul on fire and we're walking in our purposes. I ain't going nowhere until we're all doing it. So be prepared to be sick of me. Okay. And it's funny because coming here brings me so much joy. Having these conversations bring me so much joy. And that's why the more and more and more I do it, the more I'm like, hey, y'all, get in the society. Because once you get in the society, now I really got you. Now we're really shifting. Because we can have these conversations all day. I love having these conversations, Lindsay, okay? I have it with everybody. But I want you to actually shift. So let's come do the work inside the society. Let's come do the energetic work together. So like I said, this week we doing the energy work in the mirror. In the mirror. I'm dropping something for the next 7 days. Different mirror work activities you can try. Different mirror work activities I have tried, right? And they are phenomenal. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I love the staring myself in the eyeball to eyeball, just sitting for a moment. Not critiquing, not nothing. Just, hey, girl, I see you, right? And it goes from there. There's so many. There's talking to your future self. There's talking to your inner child. But I'm going to be walking you through different types of mirror work activities you can do every day that will shift this identity in your mind and get you creating in a big way on a big stage everything that you could possibly imagine and desire. Everything. What you want wants you too. There's a reason why it's on your heart. Quit letting people make you think, oh, you crazy for wanting what you want. It wants you too, and it wants you for a reason. You having that is a blessing. It's going to bless others, right? And I'm going to say this too, and I'm going to say it again. Even the negative things that are popping off in our lives, I was just talking to my client about this morning. Even the negative things that are popping off in our lives, they're for you too. For you. They're not happening to you. They're happening for you. right? That's why she was asking me, how are you so okay? My lover said to me the other day, Mommy, I'm so happy that you had that accident back in October. You know, you would think, dang, why would he be happy you had an accident? They ended up finding a cyst in my back that's almost the size of a baseball. And this cyst is, you know, it's impacting me. And so now that we found it, now we can take care of it. We would have never found it if it wasn't for the accident. Because I wasn't one of those people who went to the doctor often, was not. And now I go regularly, checking all the things, check my blood, check my this, checking everything. Wasn't me before. That literally was not me before October. Okay. So I just want to remind you, you are the magic, but everything is happening for you. So continue to create, because whatever you're creating, some things may fall apart, some things are going to come together, but continue to create. Never stop creating, but create the good stuff. Create the stuff that's going to set your soul on fire. Create the stuff that's going to take you to the next level because you deserve. All right. So I got to run. I literally have a call today. A lot of my YouTube gals I've been offering phone calls to. So they are booking calls. It makes me super pumped. Like I said, I want 100 of you baddies inside Manifest That Shit Society, because let's be real. The moment that you are manifesting that shit, you're about to make the world a better place. You will. You think little old me? What am I, little man? Me flying first class is going to make the world a better place? Yes, it will. Ticket 4K likes will be the million soon. Yay! Those 4K likes will be the... Thank you, my baby. I appreciate you. That is such a magical statement to make. I appreciate you. Let's be honest. That's co-creation. Let's go. You and your millions too, because you're giving. Since you gave in such a big way, millions are coming to you as well in a big way. Oh, I love this. Oh, my heart is screaming. So please understand, you are worthy. You are deserving. 100 ladies inside Manifest That Shit Society. Imagine if 100 of us are manifesting in a big way, how that will ripple in an even bigger way. Like, he got me geeked up. So let's go, ladies. Let's manifest that shit. You are worthy. You are deserving, but it starts with you seeing yourself differently. All right. About to hop on my Zoom call. Love y'all. Talk to you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, for another daily service. You are magical. Love you guys. Bye.